Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 9 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and today we'll be exploring yet another abandoned farmhouse out here in the middle of the desert. This house I like to call Sinking House, and you can see why, because it looks like the house is literally sinking into the ground. But that's not the case. We're starting out here upstairs, and you can tell right off the bat that this place is in really, really bad shape. The ceiling's caving in and falling apart, and even the floor I'm standing on up here is not in good shape. I had to pick and choose where I was walking because you could fall through if you step in the wrong place, it seems like. This house wasn't built in a good place, and you'll see here, and it's right here, you can see looking out in that picture, you can tell that it's really green out there because it's wet right there. This house was built right on a floodplain, but the people that built it here didn't realize it when they built it here because it was really dry. But then once irrigation came to the area because of the Grand Coulee Dam and all that stuff, this area started becoming wet again, and it caused a lot of problems for this house. Here we are in another part of the upstairs that's completely fallen apart. I didn't even walk over there because it just does not look walkable at this point. You can tell they did skip sheeting and cedar shake shingles on the roof here. Something else I noticed too is they didn't use the small sticks and the plaster for the walls. They actually had boards, which is another indication of the possible time that this house was built. Here we are going downstairs. There's the front door, half buried into the ground there. Upstairs space. I bet you it looked pretty cool when it was first built, though. Here I am crawling into the living room now, because once that floodplain got wet again, it started pushing dirt and soot, and water, of course, started washing through into this house, and it started filling up layer by layer by layer by layer. And now it's almost filled up the living room completely. You see there's the front door right there. And there's another doorway leading into the kitchen over there. And you can see all the dirt that's washed through. Now we're outside. I really like this house. It's one of the most unique houses I've ever been to, just because it looks like it's sinking into the ground, but it's actually just partially buried. I just think that's so cool. And I'm glad I was able to come out here and see it before it finally ended up falling apart. This is just such a cool shot right here. Half of the windows covered with dirt. Would have been cool to see a picture of this house after it was first built. Just love these roof shots, and I was able to get some really good ones because I was able to stand so close to it because it's half buried. I wonder who lived out here and what their lives were like. Must have been pretty hard times. Such a cool, special little house, though. I'll never forget this one. Well, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoy the pictures. Thank you.